We got a fun-filled show tonight.
I met a boy today.
It's your boy, Coach Career, the General. 860 Army.
She loving my style every time I'm
You ain't need more money, Tito. You could have just invited 6 or 8 you down to Nationals.
I'm around.
When certain people don't get their way or they feel slighted, they feel like they have a right to call us and voice their opinion. You don't.
We locked the
Clear. I've never removed a staff to allow a staff to move up.
No,
Never.
that's not what I'm saying. Now everybody's a personal trainer. We know who the originals are, but now if you look, you can find them in every town.
What up, bro?
What's going on, Playboy?
Chilling. I don't know why I see myself 2 times. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's too much. Hold on. Nope. It's a new system out here. We know what's going on. A new system, bro. I gotta learn the new software. I pop up. I think I see it myself like 2 times. What's good with you?
Shit, trying to get these shares out there. You got us looking big in these pictures today. Yeah, this shit is doing something weird today.
Yo.
I see you twice.
Let me see you.
Well, now you took me off.
Hold on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. They just have to look at us multiple times. What's good though, T?
The beginning of the off season, brother. The beginning of the off season.
Huh?
I said the beginning of the off season. You know, we in the shed. We in the shed.
It's officially Bell City season.
Yeah, yes, sir. Well, after we get back from Nationals, for sure. But yeah,
Tell me about Bell City.
We rocking. We off in the spring of 2026, based out of Bristol, Connecticut. We're gonna start.
Okay.
We're gonna get off in the spring in NYT, and then we working on the fall. Nothing solid yet, but I got a couple
from everywhere.
I got a couple ideas. I mean, we're gonna be a Bristol-based program, obviously. We ain't really got too much Pop Warner around us, so we'll see how it go.
Okay.
We're gonna see how it go.
You coaching next year, Bell City?
Of course, I'm coaching.
Level.
Coaching in the spring, bruh. We're not ready for all that yet, but we got 3 teams for sure in the spring. I'll be coaching one of them. More than likely, I'll put it out there. Probably 11U in the spring and 11U in the fall. That's what it's looking like. But a lot happens in the off season. We got to see. We definitely have a 14. We got a head coach for the 14 in the spring. I'll announce it.
LJ said, yeah, he want to know what level you coaching.
Yeah. Tell LJ, Mr. President, get him on. Since we want to do this, get him on too. Let's get him on too tonight. Since he want to hop on, be the first in the comments.
Yo, there's a new chicken spot in Manchester called SOS.
What is
Look
that?
Look it up. It's amazing.
What is it? A bar food?
It's a chicken spot in Manchester called SOS. It's amazing. Anyway, Tito, first question of the day.
What's going on?
Let's get into it.
What up, Cuddy? What up, Cuddy? I hope you're preparing for the New England final, baby.
My question, Tito.
Yes, sir.
Simple.
What's good, Nate?
Should youth football administrators be able to coach, or should they just be administrators?
I mean, in a perfect world, you would think you wouldn't have to, if person administration would have to coach, but we know that the pool the pool is very thin when it comes to getting quality people to lead these football teams. So I don't know too many situations where admin could just be admin and is not part of the coaching. As long as I've been in the business now, 24 whole seasons, I've coached 30-something different football teams, though, if you want to talk about all the double seasons and the all-star games. I've been the head coach of at least 35 football teams. I don't know too many situations where admin is not a part of the football. I just don't think there's enough quality coaches out there where that could be a situation. If you can have it that way, I'm not opposed to it. If admin could just be admin and coaching, but I haven't seen too many situations where admin is not part of the football that I could recall of. At least in the Northeast and the New England region. I don't know too many situations where that's possible.
So a couple things, and I think outside the box, so I might say some wild stuff, but I'm outside the box. I mean, I probably think about it too deeply when I say that. I think that people need to understand to get admins to coach. I think more admins to coach. I'm going to tell you why. I had a conversation with a league president today, and we was just talking about youth football landscape and things like that. And we were talking about next year and what things will look like. Him and I started talking about, Tito, how the closer you get to the parents and the youth in the community, the harder it is as an administrator. So nationally is further removed. Regionally, somewhat further removed. The league, a little bit less further removed. Then the association level, which is the bottom. Association president's job is 10 times harder than the national president's job. It's not any national league president.
Yeah.
But they're dealing with the ground level stuff. They're dealing with the registrations processes. They have to deal and answer to the community on site for things that they don't like, for things that's happening.
Right. And let's be clear. There's no buffer. Right. Let's be clear. When you choose to be, hold on, I want to stop him before he goes any further. Right. When you choose to become an organization leader, president, commissioner, whatever you guys call them, there's all different types of ways that people identify those people. But there's no buffer when you're the president of a local organization.
Right.
Parents have direct access to you all the time. And now with social media and everything else, it's that much easier. So it's not the same being a league. What I'm trying to clarify is not the same being a local organization leader to even a commissioner of a league to a regional director to national director. 4 very different things, 4 very, very different ways to approach each position.
Brian, correct yourself. Hartford won 10 games this season. Ain't nobody get a free ride to nationals. You wildin', bro. You might think Pop Warner suck. That's on you. You have entitled to your opinion. But don't say Hartford got a free ride. We ain't getting no free rides. We won 9 games and lost 1. So I'm not sure who got a free ride. Vincent, 9U Wildcats in the house. Oh, it's going to be spicy.
Oh, that's Wilkett, right? That's the Wilkett? Which Wildcats is that?
No. This is in Florida, I think.
Oh, okay.
The 9U Wildcats, listen, they got something spicy going on down south. Pop Warner Regional in Connecticut is weak. I think Pop Warner had a better regular season, but regionals is better than AYF. I don't think that I'm not going to address it's clearly some people out there that's ignorant about Pop Warner New England. I don't know if you want to address it.
Not true.
It's not true. They don't know what they're talking about.
Not true.
Anyway, but so yeah, what I was saying, Tito, was
it's not even compared.
He doesn't know. What people need to understand is this, that if you have more administrators coaching, then they can clearly more and more understand what it's like to deal with the day-to-day. So when a issue is brought to them, they will have a real world experience with that issue. So addressing it, they will come from a place of passion because they would have dealt with it. If you just get administrators, when you bring them issues, they'll never understand the plight of the guy at the bottom if they only are administrators. So I think I would love for more administrators to coach, because you get a more real sense of what's going on, how things are, and all of that stuff. As you remove those layers and you get further and further away from the association layer, how many times do we out there, Tito, don't even address their concerns. How many times, Tito, do we out there say, if only they thought about this at a regional or national level? We're thinking about it because we're at the ground. And this is why nationals and regionals, if they're doing their job, they reach out to us for feedback to make the proper changes so that they see their product grow. Why are they asking us? Because we're on the bottom level. We're more closely related to the day-to-day issues of youth football. And since we're more closely related, that's why I think more administrators should coach. Because I think that if more administrators get into the day-to-day, when an issue is raised, those administrators will already be on and knowledgeable about that issue and be able to say something. So, that's just kind of like what I think. Yeah, Brian, get your team, line it up.
Bro, he's with Mattapan. He's with Matt. Look, who they play this year? Like, look, who they play this year in the regular season? Who they play? Cox wasn't coming to Connecticut. There's only like 3 teams over there. And he worried about what Hartford doing. That's whatever. Anyways, get back to the conversation.
If you don't have haters, bro, you're not doing something right. Let's keep it going. If you don't have haters, you ain't doing something right. It's clearly he on here watching you and I, 2 Pop Warner guys. So we doing something right in Pop Warner. But like I said, we have to continue to promote administrators more and more, getting into the bottom level of the base level of coaching, the base level of programming, because we can continually to grow the space from issues that arise at the base level of the program. So I saw this come up. I think that we should continue to promote coaching from administrators down. And then lastly, how could a president cheat? Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't want them to. Like, let's just think about it. As I think about it, I say to myself, if Tito was the president of Bell City, or let's say the league, Bell City League.
Well, I'm football director.
Once we kick off, once we're in playoff, what could Tito do to cheat for his team? None. The game is decided by the referees and the players.
And the process is the process. And the book process is the book process.
You win, I lose, that's it. Like, the president do not get to walk on the field and say, nope, that is not a holding call. We will put the ball back on the 20-yard line. We're not going to let it be a flag. And I'm going to give the ball back to the other team and then tell a ref and then blow the whistle and say go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think people need to realize and focus that administrators coaching can't hurt the game at all.
No, it can't. But I think some of the worry is you guys spreading yourself thin. Maybe you're not giving time to the whole program. Now, these are the things we hear all the time, right?
But that's hurting the program, not the league.
No,
unless you run a bad league.
No, right. But, a lot of times when you see failed organizational leadership and you see the president coaching and trying to do everything else, that leaves that question out there. It's up for debate. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where people start to have it, start asking the questions, start getting raised around that. And as we know, every president in America that runs a league is some kind of thief too. Like we all know, that's the first thing they're accused of.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's always the first thing they're accused of. So it's definitely a thankless job. You know, I understand when people start to raise those questions, but we know there's not enough qualified individuals out there to where it could be so perfect, especially in the urban areas or the inner city. I mean, in a lot of cases, there's not enough guys qualified enough to be out there coaching where you could just admin be admin, coaches be coaches. Would you like that to be the case? Absolutely. But is it realistic? In my 25 years of experience, no. They've always been involved at some level of the football. It's not always having to be the head coach. A lot of times they're coordinators on one of the teams. You've done it all. It's not only the head coach. You know.
I mean, the last 2 years you've been what, a head coach and a offensive
coordinator. Yeah.
No, in the last 2 years I've been a head coach and an offensive coordinator. Right. Like that's what happens. You don't always have to be a head coach and bear that responsibility while being a president. No. I mean, some people have enough time to do it. Some people can manage their time better. Some can't.
Well, the truth is,
some people home life is too demanding.
The truth is, though, sometimes your best administrator, like professional wise or intellectual wise, usually sometimes translate to your best leader of men or kids, you know, and coaches, and they're forced into the position because of their skill set. You know what I mean? You know, there's people that are professionals in real life and they know how to run a business and run a nonprofit because, again, when you get into the front end stuff, it's not all about the brutality of football and all that. The business element of it, you have to be sophisticated enough on the business side of it to keep the boat rolling in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that's usually one of your better football guys. Somebody that knows how to manage and program and delegate responsibility and come up with a game plan organizationally. You know what I mean? That's all just like coaching. That's where coaching mirrors life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the management of life, the management of coaching, right?
You got to be able to balance it all out and finding that fine line and balance, especially if you have your own family. That's where it gets real thin to find admin to be admin and coaches to be coaches. There's not a lot of people that have the freedom, could afford the freedom of how I always tell you, quality of life. Not everybody has the quality of life enough to be able to coach youth football at 6 o'clock. Me and you, we're fortunate we have jobs we're able to do that, and we've been able to do it for the past 25 years. But not everybody's afforded that luxury of being out early.
I think that people that don't run programming don't know how hard it is to get people to volunteer. Like some people trying to get their life together. They want to volunteer for Bell City. They want to volunteer for the Hartford Hurricanes. But they work 2 to 9. And that's paying their bills. That's giving their kids a future so they can go to college. That's providing things for other people. And so when you have the question of Tito got 6 teams, but you got 20 guys that want to coach. That you can spread them.
Do the math. Do the math.
You have 3 coaches a team.
3.2
you got 30 kids. Right. That's too many. That's 10 kids per coach on every team. You cannot coach like that. And so people don't realize administrators are nobody. I've never met somebody that said, I can't wait to get into youth football to be an administrator.
Yeah,
I've never met somebody that started off wanting to be an administrator in youth football.
Bro, how long did I fight? How long did I fight trying not to be, you know what I'm saying? Part of me staying where I stayed before was because, I was an administrator, but it was cruise control. You know what I'm saying? It was cruise control. How long did I fight from having my own program again? I left my East Hartford program in 2015. I didn't decide to get back in. You know, it's not like people line up to do this. I've been ducking to be an administrator because I know what comes with it. You know what I'm saying? And now trying to be responsible to find coaches and do all that. Again, you're going to be in a situation where you have to admin, have to coach. There's not enough people out there. to that. If you got 20 guys, 6 teams, that's 3 guys a team. That's not enough. A president has to be that gap person, somebody that can stand in the gap. Okay, what team is struggling? That's where the president usually goes. That's how it's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying?
Again, I think that we need not minimize the need for. Usually, by the time you become an administrator, you had some time in, right? You coached some years. You've been there some years. Possibly your kid has moved out. You got some years in. Then you move on. You become an elder per se in that program, and you become onto your league board, or you become the president.
Right. That happens a bunch of ways.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what it usually is. But we can move on, Tito. Let's talk about the next thing. Very important stuff. Managing playoff run practice, Tito. Do you change your practices to not lose players and to stay healthy, or do you stay engaged, locked in? What say you? I'll opine.
Oh, there absolutely has to be a balance. When you get into your playoff run, when week 9 is over, us this year, we had a week 9, right? Because we started a week early.
Correct.
So after week 9, right? When you get through week 9 and you get in that first round of the playoffs, there has to be a shift on how you going about contact and certain things in practice. One of them, especially with the older guys, this definitely pertains to 12 and 13. Let's be clear. You shouldn't be letting your guys go to the ground, meaning everything is stud. We're going to perform things at game speed on contact.
On, Tito. It's a surprise guest, but just keep talking. I'll bring them on after this.
On contact when you need to get to the live part of your practice. That needs to be a quick whistle. It has to be controlled technique through the man, meaning when you fit up on the man, run your feet. Yes, you control them, still act like you're going to tackle them, but you keep them from going to the ground. That part of it has to be part of your plan moving forward. Not saying no contact, because no contact works neither. You start going no contact during your playoff run, especially in them colder months when we get into October, November. The contact almost has to be a little more, but controlled, because when the elements get involved, dudes get more slippery. Things happen. People freeze up. Like you have to keep your sharpness come October, November. So you have to keep the contact part. You just can't completely abandon contact, but you shouldn't be doing anything collision. You could even still do Oklahoma's, but it has to be quick whistles and nobody goes to the ground. You have to have a shift in your mind that all that old 90s, 80s, we're going to have the most physical practice, we're going to have collisions. That shouldn't be the mindset come the postseason. This year, for some reason, I had more people calling me about losing players in practice than I can remember in a long time, and I just can't understand it. Come down the stretch when you're playing for all the marbles.
All right, Tito, we're going to take a pause. I'm going to bring on the head coach of the defending national champion, the NEO flight, and he already qualified for nationals this year. So I want to bring the brother on, the brother Frankie Walker. How you doing, brother?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm good. So look,
how's it going, man?
Welcome back for the second time. So talk to me, brother. Are y'all undefeated right now? I heard y'all might have. Was it y'all that took an L?
Yeah, we had. It depends on who you talk to, man.
Oh, okay. Tell me what's going on.
Shout out to my guys from Cleveland, man. We got a good rivalry here with a great team from Cleveland named called Guinea Elite. They're a AYF team, and it was a great game, and we went up. We're up a couple scores. They went up. Game kind of got messy with about 55 seconds left. They called it. So they were up when they called it. So I guess you said they were a winner. But it was, like I said, it was a great situation, great game for us, and we've been having a bunch of those, man, all year. Like, we really challenged the boys this year.
Yeah,
we played a lot of
the team y'all played. They wasn't Pop Warner though, right? Wasn't
no. This was that was the AY. They actually lost in AYF Nationals last year.
Oh, okay. So y'all was playing a dog.
Yeah, they lost in the
Guinea Elite.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
y'all,
Terry
yeah.
Gibb. Give
Yeah.
me Lee. Terry Gibb's
Yeah,
father.
yeah.
His father started that program,
Yeah.
I think.
So
Terry Gibb's
yeah,
father.
so we play. We always go back and forth real good with them. So we got a lot of respect for those guys. But we challenged everybody this year, man. We knew coming off of our run last year, we were kind of the dark horse coming in there. Y'all showed us no respect.
No. Listen, I bigged up your running back. You went crazy at National.
No. I'm just talking, man. No, we knew we was a dark horse, man. We knew the situation with us, what time it was. And this year we really challenged ourselves. We played, obviously Guinness, AYF. We had a great game with Legacy Ducks out of Columbus. They're D1. They're going national. They qualified D1 AYF. So we tied with them. We tied with them in a 4 overtime game. So we've been challenging each other, man. Really pushing each other and really mixing it up. So that's been the goal for us this year, to play as many good teams as we can.
Would you say that this team is better than last year's team? Like, did you add pieces that strengthened what you felt was a weakness, or it's the same kids that you just strengthened them through practice? And
Nah, man, we went after. We got after. See, what people don't really realize is last year in our championship run, man, like I said, we lost our starting quarterback the first game against New Haven.
Oh wow, okay.
So we lost our quarterback that game, and like I said, his dad was the OC. So in the championship game for us, I had to call the plays. I've never called plays before. So and then on top of that, we had a kid that played quarterback who hadn't played quarterback since 7U. So it was an adjustment for us. But this year we definitely got bigger up front. I think we're a lot more physical. We added some really talented kids on the outside. A couple good backs. I'm sure people follow us that know who he is. Yeah. And we confident, man. We confident in what we got. I know it's going to be. We got the target this year. We can't play the dark horse role no more.
Yeah, no, y'all not. Y'all flew below the radar last year. That's not going to work. Yeah. I did not have y'all at all in the thought process when I mentioned all the teams that made it.
Trust me, we know.
I was like, this team, this the Mid America, they're gonna get knocked. Right?
Nah, for
I
sure.
did see y'all play against New Haven, and I was like, okay,
maybe.
But it was another tall. It wasn't just him. Y'all had 2 kids that was kind of taller than everybody else. So I was like,
yeah.
I would see one in the backfield, so I'm like, okay, he must be the good one.
Yeah.
And the other one would get like a jet, and I'm like, okay, maybe he.
Yeah, he was our burner. He was our. So all those guys, we returned everybody.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, we returned the whole team. We added probably a good 6 or 7 kids on top of that. So we come in strong with about a good 20. We actually, I take that back. We lost 2 or 3 pieces to middle school ball here. So so we replaced those kids, got some good pieces in. We got more physical up front. We got bigger up front. Obviously, people see the picture, our team picture. We got a kid.
Yeah.
Everybody talk about it's huge. But yeah, we added some pieces, and man, we confident in what we got going on. I think the field is deeper this year from what I've been seeing. I've been keeping my eye on everybody from down in Philly. We seen that. Carolina. Yeah, Carolina looks like
boys who everybody in AYF was talking about got knocked off.
I seen that. I seen that, man. You know what? And they jumped us. You put them in front of us.
Well, only because of the L, right? Like I knew it. Like they was up there undefeated, not like y'all knocking off big time programs.
No, I got you.
Black Hawks and all of them. But again, that playoff, you got to win that playoff game.
Man,
and Pop Warner not like other regions where you getting like you lose, bro. That's help me to the left. Like,
that's it.
It's only one team per region.
For us, we kind of got the. I guess it's a gift and a curse. We have a small region, so we don't have a lot of teams. Right now, we are in nationals, but everybody else are kind of already still doing a regional thing. Where honestly, for me, I wish we had more teams so we could play more regional games. I don't like to break, So us being down another whole, we're down a month of nothing but practice and trying to keep these 12 and 13-year-old kids focused. So that's a task in itself. So you know how that goes, man.
No, so that's the same thing with Hartford. I see some guy online trying to be funny at the fact that both of our teams have qualified. The fact is, our region is still playing. Division 1 odd, which is 9, 11, 13. They still got games too the week before Thanksgiving. Gotcha. Division 2 all got games. Yeah. It's just Division 1 even in our region. So if you're 8, 10, or 12, it's only two leagues with Division 1 even. In our region though,
Yeah.
There is no Division I AYF. So they
Oh,
bunch
so-
them all into Division II. So they get this long bracket because they just don't got enough teams to fill D1, D2 in the region.
Gotcha. See, ours is like same thing where our D2 is much deeper than our D1 here. So D2
okay.
for us is still playing. Like our D2 representative are still playing in Indiana this weekend.
Yep.
And I think they got to make 2 trips to go back and forth normally, where we didn't have that. So we're waiting for a D1 opponent. Nobody kind of stepped into that role. So we took it and then we were ready to go.
There was another NEO team.
The Wolfpack.
The Wolfpack. Where are they?
They out of Cleveland. They are 13U. They're back in. I think they play this weekend actually.
Oh, they do. They still alive.
But they have
still
fast
alive.
break too.
Yeah,
Right?
we got
And fast breaks off of that.
Fast break is running 11s this year. They back this year, so they play this weekend as well. So that's I'm rolling with fast break right now. I'm saying it for a 3-peat. Rolling with fast break, no question about it.
How they look?
They look like fast break.
For real? They look
they look like fast break. It ain't no question with them. I think those young boys is ready to go. I think overall, out of Ohio, we got 6 teams in it right now. I'm telling you right now. I'm calling it right now.
Go ahead, call it. I want
it right now.
Put it in, say it.
If my guys from Youngstown Bears, D2 11U, they get there, they come home with some trophies. I'm telling you. That's the dark horse. Nobody know about it yet, but trust me, you
Youngstown Bears out of D2 11U. If they make it to the Natty, Coach Frankie said
they will win. They will win. I'm telling you, boys, it's tough. They got everything you need. They physical as hell. They got athleticism. Inner city kids. They not playing around.
Yeah, no, Youngstown.
Where they out of?
Yeah, they out of Ohio. That's out of Ohio.
It's out of Ohio.
Yeah, that's out of Ohio. Yeah. So they beat my 11U in the championship in the state game. It was a hell of a game. So I've seen them up close. I've seen them personal. I know what they can do. They're gonna be ready.
Tim Webb said they got to go through LaPorte.
LaPorte's good. That's the team I like. LaPorte.
That's a tough team right there.
I seen them. I respect them.
They're good.
They have not seen this level of physicality.
Okay.
And they ain't seen this. They remind me a lot of us.
Youngstown, one of them towns, like it's like old Mill
ain't
City.
Nothing to play with. Yeah.
It's rough. Yeah. It's
rough.
rough living over there, bro. Like, it's from Maurice Claret from over there, right? Claret from Youngstown. Claret from Youngstown.
Yeah, Maurice. Yeah, Maurice. Yeah.
Claret from Youngstown.
Yeah, so did I see that y'all practicing this damn NFL bubble type thing? Talk to me? What the hell is going on? Because we outside for real, bro. Like y'all are in the college bubble getting ready. What's going on?
I don't know if anybody outside of Ohio understand what Massillon football is. Massillon High School, one of the oldest. Paul Brown, who started, the Bengals.
Massillon. I thought that's called Massillon.
Massillon. Massillon is how you pronounce it. Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like it looks like Massillon though.
Yeah. So that's their facility. Truth be told, it's
that's a high school.
That's a high school. Yeah, it's about 10,000.
Indoor facility is a high school facility.
Yeah, they take it real serious. Practice facility. They take it dead serious up there. They
let me find that because that's
they gracious enough, bro, to let us use it. And honestly, that spot is about 10,000 square feet bigger than the Browns practice facility, indoor practice facility. They don't play around. But yeah, it's a definitely a blessing for us. We still get outside. Yesterday we outside in the mud. Today we outside in the mud. I can't spoil them and keep them in there all day. So we got to get out there, get in the elements. Them games ain't played indoors, but it helps us get some good practices in where we can focus up.
Right. And so wow, that's dope. They give you that facility. I mean, some people got to pay for outdoor facilities.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely appreciate what they do for us, man. I mean, it's about 20 minutes outside of Akron, where we all kind of based out of, and it's definitely
this is the facility. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Is it 100 yards?
Yeah, for sure.
400 yards?
Yeah, it's a 400 yards. Everything. You got enough room on the sidelines. You got a real games can get played in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So at this facility, do y'all have like a set schedule per week that y'all go? Like, is it every Tuesday?
Yeah,
Oh, it is.
we get our Mondays in there. We get our Mondays in there. Then the other 2 days I like to get outside, unless it's like really bad out. I mean, we from Ohio, y'all know how it is where y'all from.
Yeah.
People kind of tripping on the code that's gonna be in Charlotte. I'm like, yo, man, listen, this is a heat wave for us. So, it's kind of gonna work to our advantage. I think it's gonna be a little bit of a shell shock for some of our guys down south, but I'm sure they'll be all right, man.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I was trolling, right? I posted the weather in North Carolina. People go all up in arms. You're starting trouble. I'm like, yo, I'm from New England. Like, I'm joking. I'm excited to go down there. It's going to be warmer than whatever I come from, so
of course
it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
like, it doesn't matter to me. Like,
we just trying to. You know what is cool? I think it gives everybody a little bit different perspective in playing in that 75, 80 degrees where it's beautiful.
Yeah.
There's no really interference. I think you gotta play. But one thing I know, those Florida boys, they gonna be ready, man. I know everybody love the Fire Cats. I got a bunch of respect for them. They got a good team.
That's gonna be out the gate. I'm calling it. They're gonna announce the Fort Myers Fire Cats versus the NEO Flight out the gate on December 7th. At 12 o'clock noon.
I'm not gonna hold you. I think they're gonna put us on the same side. I think they're gonna line that up too. I've been telling my coaches, watch they put us on the same side.
I think y'all getting it out the gate. Like we're about to get the explosion right out the gate. And what's gonna suck for some people? Some people gonna be coaching. Coaching.
They got a good group, man. I respect those guys. You know what I mean?
It looked like they reloaded too. Like I looked at it, that don't look like all of the same team.
No.
Like they went and said, okay, we was missing the arm, so let's attach that thing. And get back at it.
Nah, for sure. I think like I told him, I think if by chance we don't end up in the same side, I think if we both handle our business, it'll be great to get on the big stage and really play it out again. But I just don't see us being that lucky to be able to.
It was a team that played y'all tough. Was it the first game?
Nah, that was y'all guys. New Haven was the first game.
Oh, New Haven was the first game.
Yeah, New Haven was the first game. The second game, Colorado kind of gave us some action though.
Was that the Sports Billionaires?
Nah, that was a Colorado. That was purple, yo. I can't remember that. I can't remember their name. They was out of Colorado.
I know who you talking about. I don't know their name. It was Colorado.
Yeah, they was Colorado, but they was physical. They had a night. They was like, they ain't really get fancy with it. They controlled the line of scrimmage. They was disciplined, and they gave us a good look. Second half, we kind of pulled away, but we had a rain delay, and honestly, after the rain delay, we kind of woke up a bit. But they was pushing us. They was pushing us down the field before that.
Yo, you don't put a lot of stuff on YouTube. Why not?
You know why, man? I feel like honestly, I wish we had less on YouTube, man. I feel like we got too much on YouTube. I think it gives you, it's a real advantage. I mean, we really spend time and we really spend a lot of time watching these videos and really dissecting what a team can do, and what the strengths are, what the weaknesses are, so things we can exploit. I mean, our coaching staff, we really dive into it. The kids, they dive into it. I just like to be able to keep teams on their toes a bit. I will say, I think compared to last year, it's night and day, man. It's a different team. It's a different beast. Having our guy there, our quarterback there is a big plus for us. Having our
he didn't even play last year's run, basically.
No, after that New Haven game, he was done.
Right, he was done. Oh, okay.
Done. Yeah,
so this is his. Wow, because y'all had a kid at quarterback that I thought was nice. That wasn't even a starter.
He hadn't played since 7U. He hadn't played quarterback since 7U. He hadn't taken a snap at quarterback for us all year. And
y'all just threw him in the fray.
That kid, Major Thompson. Shout out to Mage. He stepped right in there. He not with us this year. He played middle school, but he stepped right in there. You would have never knew if we didn't tell nobody.
And so you have both on this team now?
No, I got our quarterback. That Major, the kid from last year went to middle school, but we got.
Okay, but you got the one that got hurt. You got him back.
Yeah, we got him back. Yeah, we got him back. So it was good to be able to make sure we got back to kind of our regular offense of who we are. We a lot more diverse than what we was able to show last year. I kept it safe. I called the four plays I believed in, and I called them all game long. So this year we're going to be able to kind of
open it up,
get in our bag a little bit more. Yeah.
Hey, listen, man, congratulations. Actually, you got more games than I thought on just Googling it.
Yeah, we got too much, man.
You got a lot of games. You actually got more games. Let me share the screen. I'm actually looking.
Yeah.
And you got
Yeah.
Richmond Heights and
Yeah.
Brentford Bearcats
Yeah.
and Akron. Like, you got some games up here.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
clearly some people are going to be eyeing you. But I'm a fan of be honest. Look, every year I've ever been in nationals, probably besides last year at 9U, I've always had a team that played me say, somebody out of your region gave me your film anyway.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So,
Absolutely.
Dudes is taking that $100, $200, dog. Like, ain't nobody keeping that film that costs nothing for the team that I done just beat, man. You don't beat Harvard. Like, so, like, you at the end of the day, when you go to nationals, you probably already know what the other team hang their hat on.
For sure.
It's just about if you can stop it. And this is what they do. How many times you say that? Yo, this is what they're gonna do, and they do it and score anyway.
They do it. You still got to stop it.
You still got to stop it, right? Because
you're
not coaching against Coach Phil. You're coaching against 12-year-old boys.
Exactly.
You don't have to outcoach me. You got to outcoach them. And so that's the beauty about it. Look, New Haven, Coach Nate said, I watched it all. Hey, listen, they not gonna line y'all up against each other again out the gate. So y'all good. We know
that's how that. You know how that usually go though. When Connecticut go over there, they usually line them up. Connecticut usually draw a hard first round.
Yeah, but they don't line the
barely ever does it. Do we get the luck of the draw? Very ever. Yeah. I haven't seen us get the luck of the draw many times.
But what they won't do is line NEO Flight and New Haven Steelers next year. NEO Flight, New Haven Steelers, same first game.
They won't. They
may be on
the
same side, and if they meet, is whatever.
Yeah. But it won't be out.
They won't be the first game again, because they don't do that. So you know that's a good thing that they won't.
Somebody remember the press just said that, and when the watch come out and they draw any
Clearance the third. Back me up on this if you're watching.
Man,
he knows.
I just don't.
I've never seen it in 20 years of Pop Warner of them doing it. Or
I just don't see. I told you I think we going first.
Yeah, I called it. I told you they're going to announce.
Yeah,
the banger out the gate. I might be hating that I'm going down there at D1 because I would love to sit in the stands and not be getting ready and just watch the game. And I'm gonna have to be coaching my team on a stream, looking at the, you know what I'm saying, the app.
It's gonna be if it play out like that, it's gonna probably
it'll be dope. No, listen,
it's gonna be everything.
Regardless, I just would like to see y'all play. You know, if it's not the first game, I would hate for one of y'all to slip, because the way football works is the best team don't always win.
That's
the beauty about the game of football.
This
isn't basketball. It's not the best out of 7.
Nah,
it's the best team in 40 minutes that game. Right? And so you could be the better team than me for 364 days. And, you know, all 23 hours. I just got to be better than you for 40 minutes or one day in the year.
Absolutely.
And so that's why I love the game of football, because I don't think nobody should ever forfeit a playoff or none of that. You have to show up and play, because you never know. You never know. Hey, listen, Coach, thanks for coming. I'll see you down in Charlotte. You come down with that good Cleveland, Ohio, that good LeBron money. I heard they got good restaurants out there, man.
I heard too, man. I'm gonna jump.
I've never been into Charlotte, so I'm looking forward to it.
It should be dope.
Hey, look. Hey, best of luck to your team, man. Good luck. Man. I know we both got a lot of time off. We got to try to stay sharp and
for sure.
Get out in the elements and play. So I'll see you soon, brother.
All right, man. You have a good one.
Hey, take it easy. Yeah, so Tito, that was dope. I had tapped in with him after I seen they pictures, after I was talking to a couple people online about the facility. I'm like, yo, these guys, like, there's programs out there that really got their stuff together.
Well, cats also forget, as we know. I mean, you just threw the LeBron thing in there late. Like, you know, we know that he has something to do with that program. Some extent. I'm pretty sure.
No, that's his man. That's his guy. That's LeBron's guy.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is clearly, he has resources that the average, us average cats probably can't.
Yeah, but you know what, Tito? Let's be honest. You know our community. A person like that don't put money behind nobody that
that's gonna risk it. It's gonna risk it
because there's a lot of people you know and I know. Those type of resources would have been blown.
Yeah. Oh,
they're blown. Those type of resources would be blown. You know what I'm saying? And so, but anyway, it was cool talking to the brother.
Definitely. It's gonna be.
And
I
see
mean,
what
it's definitely.
but back to it. Managing the playoff run.
I'm starting to get excited about North Carolina all of a sudden. Phil had to sway me.
Playing on
the right
11,
direction.
12 turf fields.
I was about to bust a right. I was about to bust a right to Orlando. I was leaning this morning. It's like, you know what, bro? Next year.
No, you pull it. Hey, listen, we're doing the podcast live. We're going to apply for the media pass. We're going to set up shop. We're going to do the podcast live. Hopefully, we could be live on D2 day and D1 day, and we can invite winning coaches to come and speak with us, or even losing coaches that want to feel like.
What we should try to do, and I don't know if we have the capability to do it, but remember how they used to do the interviews after the games, yo?
No, that's what I'm talking about. Invite them over. Get the coaches corner. Invite them over, and it'll be dope to hear from these coaches live on the spot as things is going on, because people do want to hear from these coaches. Like, some of these coaches probably don't know, but nationwide, people know who they are because of these national title games. Like, nationwide, people watch them and people look at them. Like, if you look at some of these videos, some of the videos got 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 views, but it's on YouTube. That's nationwide, right? And so it's good to listen to these coaches, and I think some of these coaches can help people, right? I heard Odell 10U this year, 10U coach, but 9U last year. He said something when he won, and I showed it on the podcast. He said after he won, he said his speech. He said, most importantly, I want to thank my parents for allowing me to coach their kids the way we needed to coach them, and just trusting that in our coaches to do what's right. You know what he basically said, Tito? And I don't want to speak for him. I'm going to tell you what I took from it. So it's not like me putting words in his mouth, because that brother didn't say it to me. He basically said the parents stayed out of our way and allowed us to coach their children. Whatever we did, they trusted our process and trusted that we meant well. They did what we asked them to do and stayed out the way. And so I think that that's dope. And I think that more people need to hear from some of these coaches down at Nationals, because we give a lot of credit, Tito, to the team names that consistently make it. We got to start giving a lot of credit to these coaches that's competing down at National Pop Warner. Everybody won't get the opportunity. Everybody won't get the opportunity to coach down at Nationals. Everybody won't make it to coach down at Nationals, to coach and be one of the top 8 teams competing for a title, to be one of the top 8 teams in the country in Pop Warner competing for a title. And so I think we should provide a platform for them to hear. Yes, ESPN used to do halftime interviews. I would love to do that. I don't think Pop Warner going to allow us to do halftime interviews, because we'd have to be on the sideline. I don't think we're going to get that pass, but we need a pass cool enough where we could get on the sideline and do an interview. And I'm going to ask for that, Kebby, because I know ESPN used to do it. I'm going to ask for it. I think it'll be dope. Then we can release it afterwards. It won't be live, but maybe, we can release it afterwards, and that'll be cool. All right, Tito. With that being said, I do lighten up my practices when playoff runs come. I want to maintain aggressive practices, though. I'm an aggressive football team. My players are aggressive. I coach aggressively. My assistant coaches coach aggressively. Our style of play is aggressive. How do you maintain that? By changing practices. We go to the sled a lot more right now, right? We're on the sled every day early when we first go to
more
practice.
bag work. You could do more bag work, less drills on body.
Slamming kids to the ground.
Right.
Definitely dry. And the sled we got. It's a college style sled. For 10-year-olds to move that, you're doing something. That's not an easy sled to move.
It's a left sled. You got a left sled. That's definitely not easy. Easy to move.
And so, hello, Christine. How you doing, Mama Nix? And so I think that is important that you look. Some people don't, Tito. Some people still go live every practice, and I'm not knocking them. They do what they do, but I think a lot more skeleton work. You do got to move bodies. You do got to go offense to defense. I think you thump. I think you revamp practice a little bit more. Stay healthier as you get colder. And it seemed like, and I don't have no factual data, so don't start citing the World Health Organization. It seemed like, Tito, as it get colder, the injury risk of hitting the ground goes up, especially when you start talking 40s, 30s.
Ankles, and it seems like for whatever reason, especially this year with all the calls I got with people telling me they lost kids to foot injuries. You know, you got to be mindful of how much contact when you're trying to make the run to the end of the contact. That's my only suggestion. You have to have a plan I'm not saying no contact, but it has to be responsible contact.
Yeah, I agree. Let's since we had a pop-up, it delayed us a little bit, but let's go through some brackets, Tito. Let's talk about it's a couple brackets I messed up, but we're gonna correct this thing. We're gonna get it right. You know, let my boy Rodney Myers know. Rodney, I'm gonna get you right tonight. I'm gonna go put the right bracket on. But Tito, are we gonna pick some winners tonight? Yeah, let's pick some winners. Let's put our neck. We both out the fray. Let's choose some winners.
It's impossible for us to pick winners because we can't pick against our own conference.
Let's do it. Well, maybe our conference ain't gonna lose. All right, Tito, first up, and this is gonna be tough for you, I know. Manchester Redhawks versus Laser.
I'm taking a shot. It's drink champs. I'm taking a shot. You know, Laser, my man, but you know, I mess with Rebecca and Jose too. It's gonna be a good game. I know Laser. Laser been a long time coming to get there. I hope you're on your A game, brother, because that's a monster on the other side waiting for you. That's how I'm gonna leave it. You know what I'm saying? That's
Laser's
a complete
guy.
Laser. That's a monster
all the time.
Be on your A game, dog.
This
be
is
on your A game.
A conquer. Tawan Hester wants to come on the podcast. Lawrence Hurricane.
Oh man.
Tawan, you really want that work, Tawan? All right. Yeah, this is gonna be a big one for Roxbury and Laser to accomplish. Laser got a good football team. I know about his back. I know about his team. Manchester reloaded too much. They're 3-time champion.
Well, they had a brutal. I'm
actually texting my boy Laser, so I got a lot of love for my boy Laser. But it's gonna be hard for him to conquer the Redhawks. You want to bring Tawan on, your boy?
Bring Tawan on. Bring him on. Go ahead.
Tawan, we about to bring you on, brother. I'm gonna inbox you.
Let's talk about that game. Or you want to wait to talk about that game?
West Haven Seahawks versus Eastland Bulldogs.
What level is this?
11U D2.
Yeah, I can't see.
C's is putting them on the clock.
Yeah, I can't see that being a game.
Stir fry, deep dish, 1,000 degree grease. It's not going to be a game, bro. I'm going to tell you, I saw C's team play in Manchester. Manchester's not sorry. C's got a good team. And I'm going to tell you, Tito, his team kind of remind me of the Hartford 10U in that they don't seem to be one star. Like, it's not one kid you can name on his team that's the star. Like, if I said, Tito, not that you watch them, but if I asked you who's the star, there's not a big name kid that, like, from the All-Star game or something.
Well, his son. His son's
a dog. We don't really talk about his son the way we talked about King, right? Yet. Right?
He's a different style player. He's a different style player.
Right. Yeah, he's running you over.
Yeah, he's a bigger dude. Well, I mean, I don't know if he's bigger, but he seems to have a bigger frame.
I'm going with BOC.
Yeah,
that's what I'm going with.
From West Haven.
Mount Hope, Edgewood, Division 2 10U.
Oh, wow. That's how that worked out? The two neighbors playing each other?
Yeah.
That's a rough one. That's a territory battle. But I mean,
This
Mount
is the
Hope.
biggest rival of them all.
Right, yeah. Mount Hope won in thrilling fashion on the pick six the other day. I haven't seen much of Edgewood, but I know Edgewood had a lot of games over there in Risma, and that 10U division was loaded in Risma. But I think Mount Hope for the win.
I'm going with my boy Hurlin. I played them. Hats off to Mount Hope. They beat the program fair and square in a dog fight in one of the best games I played this season. I apologize to Stratford. I'm going to change it, and I'll update it later tonight. We played a dog fight, us and Mount Hope. I would play that game 10 times over, even if it meant I lost. If I could have games like that, that intrigues you, that make you think, that make you get outside your box, all of that. So I'm going with the Mount Hope Cowboys because they football family, and that's who I'm going with. 8U, Mount Hope versus Seekonk. I don't think Seekonk had a close game all year.
Nope.
I could be wrong.
Know. But again, don't say it on this one. But, Mount Hope Cowboys again.
Yeah, I saw Mount Hope play West Haven, and I was surprised how they beat West Haven. Because West Haven 8U was pretty good. And they really handled West Haven pretty easily, which was surprising to me. I don't know what Seekonk coming with, but Mount Hope for the regional championship.
Well, Seekonk put the Shabizzle on Middletown, right? I picked Middletown.
Yeah, and Middletown was good. Middletown was good. Remember, we got word on our inbox that Middletown was the truth. And then Seekonk just smashed, flipped, and fried greased them. What did they Lamborghini doors?
I think they put the Shabizzle on.
Hey, Vaughn, we talking about you now, bro. We giving you your flowers, okay? I don't want to hear it after the next game. Scott LaRock says Seekonk is taking it. Hey, it's gonna be. Listen, these are banging games that we're talking about.
That's why when homie's shooting, like y'all don't got these games on the other. This is pop on the pocket. Let me stop. Let's go.
Listen, Boston Raiders versus the Lawrence Hurricanes.
I did get a birdie say that Lawrence is tough at this division, but I can't imagine again.
Man, listen.
They don't got to play like 20
Raiders got Superman.
They got Superman. They don't.
Don't tell me about.
It's not just Superman though. They got
about nothing.
They got a 1-2 punch though. Superman, it's more than just him. They got a 1-2 punch.
Flash, Aquaman.
They got a 1-2 punch.
One ball. They
got a 1-2 punch. They got a 1-2 punch.
Too many times this season, the Boston Raiders looked like they were going to lose, and he got in a Batman car, came out as Superman, ran and turned into Flash, got in the water, turned into Aquaman, and then became Wolverine and scored a touchdown. So whatever anybody says, it doesn't matter. I can't go against Superman after watching him all these times. Whenever Superman's on the field, Superman's going to have my vote. I don't care if a bunch of Tony Dorsett's there. Superman wins. Superman. Who had that song? Spider-Man.
They got a 1-2 punch. It's a 1-2 punch, and they got a big defense. Like they're gonna be a tough out. Yeah, they're gonna be a tough out. They're gonna be a tough out in this game.
I don't care about defense. You have to outscore Superman, and their defense isn't as impressive as Superman. Like, let's just be clear. All of Marvel. Exactly. All of Marvel. Like JoJo just said all of Marvel. All of Marvel. They haven't seen a kid like him all year, Jordan said. Neither did A60. But Jordan, he will get shut down in this year's All-Star game. Put my word on it. We are cooking something up for Superman, Spider-Man, Aquaman, this man, that man, Ant-Man, every man. We're cooking something up, but we're going to get to the All-Star game after Nationals. So in another month, we'll talk about the All-Star game. But anyway, Boston Raiders, you going with Lawrence?
I just said Boston Raiders, though. They got 20.
I'll tell you what somebody from Lawrence inboxed me. I'm not going to say no names. They said to me, Phil, it don't matter. He won't beat us. We ain't letting one kid beat us. And I said, cool. I think everybody thought that.
It's more than one kid, though. There's another kid over there, bro. Like the big back they got is tough to deal with too.
Superman. Okay? Boston Raiders, when they was playing Bloomfield, Superman arrived. Okay? Superman. Let's keep going. We're going to get back to that one later. 14U. West Elmwood versus Dayton Rehoboth. Now, let me give you some background info, Tito. West Elmwood was up at 14U in this game 19-6 the first time. Dayton Rehoboth came back and ended up winning, I think, 21-19. So it must have been a great game at the end. I'm going with West Elmwood Intruders. I do not believe they will let up and allow Dayton Rehoboth to come back. West Elmwood, in my opinion, will be a little bit more comfortable since they play in Connecticut. They've played a lot of games in Connecticut. They're comfortable playing in Connecticut. They'll be a little bit more comfortable. It'll feel more like a home game for them. I think they take it. West Elmwood. Who you going with? Now, Dayton Rehoboth played the defending national champion out in Jersey, St. James, who's also, I think, competing for nationals, and they lost by 1 point. So they're a good football team. I'm not here to say they're not because they beat West Elmwood the first time.
Nah, we gotta go. Again, this is another situation. We gotta go big CCPW, Tri-State, Pop Warner. Like I gotta ride with West Elmwood in this game.
Cool. Hamden Hurricanes, East Lynn Bulldogs.
Hamden
and
the Wash.
Hamden, there's nobody in Division II that can really play with Hamden. I think G. Pittman and them easily heads down to nationals. I hope they book their flight because I think it is over. Okay, Tito. Now we also got to talk about some. I had to delete some. I had them wrong. So let's go through this. Rodney Myers. Well, Rodney Myers is playing Drake, I believe, right?
I have no idea, brother.
All right, let's
I know our side is Rodney Myers.
Of course, I'm going with Rodney Myers, but I just want to make sure I got who they're playing. Let me get this right. The schedule, Northeast Mass, standings, scores. I mean, let's go down. 11U D1. Bill Ricker. Rodney Myers versus Bill Ricker.
Rodney Myers.
Jordan Lark, you do not believe.
No, they saying who's playing.
Oh, he's telling me who they playing. Yes, Bill Ricker.
Yeah.
Okay. Bill Ricker is like fam to me. They, because of the above 140 connection. But Rodney Myers got Lamar Jackson, and they happen to have the same last name as him. It's just going to be, I just don't know if Bill Ricker faced kids like Rodney has. And we forget Rodney Myers competed last year at Nationals. That first game he was in, I think he was winning at in the third quarter at some points. So I just don't know if Bill Ricker have seen a team like Rodney Myers. And I think that watching Rodney play against Waterbury told me that they can handle the work in the trenches as well. That's what I was questioning with watching Waterbury and watching them. Not that I didn't think that he could. I just thought Waterbury was really big in the trenches. And watching Rodney handle the trenches well told me that his team is more complete than I had even thought during the regular season. So I just think he got a complete team. I think he's going to take it. Agree, disagree?
I agree.
So what didn't we go? Oh, let's
get our own AU Division 1.
No, 8-1. We are done though. Even is done. Remember?
Right.
Hey,
I got you.
Let's invite Tawan Hester on to talk about
Lawtown's finest. Big Lawrence.
Call Lawrence.
Nah, I think they call it Lawtown.
All right, Tawan, check the link, and then we're gonna talk about the Bloomfield game. Bill Ricker beat a good Lawrence.
Get your popcorn. Get your popcorn ready.
Why? That's how Tawan is on podcast.
He
We'll see.
He gonna give it up.
Huh?
He gonna get busy. I'm sure.
Okay, well, let's see what. Hey, we gonna talk about some stuff nationally too, because we have a lot of teams that have already like one team I want to talk about. Tito, let me see. I want to introduce everybody around the nation to a team that let me call it up. There's a few teams in National Pop Warner that has already qualified. And I want to make sure I recognize some of these teams. One of the teams, Tito, is out of Colorado. The Colorado Warriors will be down at Nationals at 8U. The Colorado Warriors, and I got a couple stats. On the season, the Colorado Warriors scored 325 points and only allowing 33. They played 11 games. They running back broke his arm and he missed 6 games, or they think it would have been even more. So that's them fighting through adversity. They put up 324 points, only 33 scored on them.
Hartford Hurricanes AU punched their ticket last weekend. That's why they wasn't talked about.
Okay, shout out to the Hartford Hurricanes. Being a team, Tito, that beat them 35-0.
With the upset.
Like, people do not understand how important that was. There was nobody, and I talked to a couple guys from Southern today. In our inbox, they said to me, absolutely not, Phil. We didn't think you guys had a shot. And I told them, I'm going to tell you what I told them. I told a guy today, I absolutely saw an 8-year-old kid in King be so determined that I'm not letting the team beat me. No, he didn't do it all himself. Obviously, there was blocks and all of that stuff. We know that. What I'm saying is King was the best football player on the field. Not by a little bit, by a lot. It showed in how he was running, how he was scoring, the moves he was putting on. He was determined. He completely took over the game, Tito. And what's scary about that is 99% of that team is 7 years old.
They coming back, yeah.
And they'll be back. So
they're gonna be
good luck to you if you have to play them next year. But shout out to them. Tawan, what's going on? You looked at my message. Don't let me find out.
Go. Come on, Tawan.
But
let's go,
yeah, I want to talk about that. We obviously know, Tito, NEO Flight. We obviously know NEO Flight has punched their ticket, right? There's another team that punched their ticket at 10U, Division 1. Tri-City Wolverines, Tito. Out of also, Tri-City is also, Tito, out of Mid-America. And they have punched their ticket as well. Let's see what else we got. Bro, oh, you know what? While he's getting on, let's look at some brackets. How about we do that?
No, let's get to some
brackets. Now I'm waiting for him to jump on. Tawan, we're gonna wait for you to talk about the game. Because I'm going to tell you, like I said, be careful what you ask for, my brother. My mom always used to tell me, Tito, be careful what you ask for because God just might give it to you. She used to say that to me all the time. And so I'm careful about what I ask for. You know, I'm very thoughtful about the things that I want. I do not ask for things that I do not really want because God just might give them to you. Hey, Rory. I did not say a word leading up to my regional championship game. I saw other teams posting my team, talking about, Hartford and New Haven got beef and we ain't like each other in the streets and why y'all play for them. I saw all of that, Rory. I didn't say a word. 40 on their head and I'm still not saying a word and people still crying. So I'm just telling you, it's in my opinion, it's better to keep quiet. Eastern region brackets. Tito, let's look at 8U, D1. It looked like, Tito, the E9 Eagles and Jackie Robinson is playing this weekend.
That's Jersey. That's Newark. Jackie Robinson's out of Newark and E9's out of Philly.
Oh, Tim Webb just said, let me show it.
Plainville Saints.
Plainville Saints, 13U. 9U, D1 is the Plainfield Saints. 13U D1 is NDO. They also has qualified for nationals.
NDO, I think, is out of Mid-America. NDO is Ohio too, I believe. I believe NDO is Ohio.
What does NDO stand for, Tim? Let's look at the 9U D1 bracket, Tito. Lower Perk versus the Mo Better Jaguars.
Yeah, that's
going down Sunday.
Yeah.
That Mo Better team is at 9 and 10U. They won a natty at 9U
last year, but that's a different team. And then
well,
you got,
some of the players I think might have stayed at 10U.
You
Here's the team that won a natty.
You got Mo Better against Lenape.
Lenape Valley.
Cleveland. NDO's out of Cleveland. See, I told you, I knew it was
NDO,
somewhere.
no days off. That's kind of a hot name. I like that. No days off. 11U bracket. Downingtown Young Whippets versus Montclair Bulldogs. Tawan said he can't get on. Okay, Tawan. We'll leave it alone then, brother.
You can't get on. You hit the link.
He got the link.
The link, bro.
Hey, Tawan, it's safer for you not to get on, my brother. Keep quiet. You don't want to have to answer these questions next Wednesday or in 2 weeks. All right. 12U D1. St. James Royals versus Lower Perk. Lower Perk beat that I think that's that 2390 elite team. Isn't that the ATR boys? I think it was. They lost. Who you going with this one? St. James, Lower Perk.
That's a rough one because I know.
I heard St. James
was a good program. St. James is as select as they get. I mean, I'm gonna go St. James. That's just a shot. That's a shot call. But you know what I'm saying.
I'm Lower Perk.
You know what? You're right. You probably
Lower Perk. They're nationally known for making it out. So I'm a rock with Lower Perk. 13U E9 Eagles, Southeast Stallions. I'm going with E9. They were there last year.
E9.
14U Tito. St. James have already punched their ticket to Nationals. That's one 14U team already going. Not going to do D2 still playing.
Hold on, I see Schenectady. Go back to right there.
AU, they didn't bring that team down, though. Oh, did they? No, AU didn't play that day, did they?
That's D2 now. I don't know if they did, but that's Billy Kent and them boys right there. Schenectady Patriots.
They there too again, Tito, at 10U. I played this team, remember?
Yeah.
They came down. We scrimmaged them in the Jamboree. Downingtown is Division 2 at 10U, but Division 1.
Yeah, but because that's how they do it in that region. You know the deal. You know how that goes.
That's how they do it in that region. 11U bracket. Schenectady is still there again. He got a lot of teams there.
Yeah, but he's against Auburn.
He got out of in a scary one, 24-26.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a little like Lenepa Valley is also in D2 at this level, but D1 at 10U. 12U Tito, the team you scrimmaged. Here they go. They're here. They're playing Saturday, it looked like.
Who's that? Getty's Westville Knights.
Getty's Westville Knights.
Yeah, I never heard of them. Who's this? Let me see the bottom bracket.
Sartertown Braves.
Yep.
Yeah. 13U. What we got? Staten Island versus Young Whippets. I'm going with Downingtown to win this bracket.
That Staten Island team is good, but Downingtown, that's a tough draw. You got Downingtown in that game. And then the next one's a toss-up.
Yeah. Downingtown. But anyway, Tito, let's go back. Since Tawan is not here.
Tawan, you let me down, cuz.
Who you going with, Tito?
I'm going, bro. Here's why I'm going to explain why it's going to be Bloomfield. I'm going to explain why Bloomfield has to be the favorite. They are a true 13U team. They are a true 13U team.
I don't care about who
telling you why Bloomfield's going to win.
Don't mean nothing. Who you going with?
Bloomfield Warhawks, man.
Now go ahead and explain. I wanted to hear that first.
I'm just saying, Bloomfield is a true 13-year-old team. If I'm not mistaken, Lawrence has 12-year-olds on that team. And if that's the case, I don't see how they're going to match up. That's just the truth. Like the football fan in me.
Come on, Yvonne. What are you talking about? I said Rodney Myers had Lamar Jackson. I said the Marvel character, all in the Boston Raiders. And Bloomfield got Randall Cunningham. You know, slash freaking Lamar Jackson. You got to stop the kid. I don't know what you're going to do to stop him. I don't know. I didn't play against him. I didn't coach against him. Personally, I mean. He's an electrifying player, their quarterback. And I just think that, and I think it's going to hurt Tawan and them that they got some 12-year-olds. Bloomfield is the 13U. They had a 12U team. Their league do every 2 years. So you got 12-year-olds playing against possibly 14-year-olds, because if they turn 14 after the deadline, I just think that it's a different type of animal. And I would not have advised them to make that video, because I can only imagine what Bloomfield is doing in practice with that video. And over and over and over, what the pregame speech would be if I was in that locker room, over and over and over. By the time that these kids play, my kids would be taking this game personal. That's what I would do. You do not give people that type of energy. When you have a team and you can rock them to sleep, you rock them to sleep. We as coaches come out to this music and we twist our fingers and we come on the field because Meek Mill playing. Because tough music is playing don't mean that you're tough, okay? We got to stop thinking tough music will make your team tough. I used to listen to all my varsity games, Tito, Lately by Jodeci, a cappella. In repeat on a CD player that if you hit, it's skipped. Lately I've had the strangest feeling. Exactly what I listen to all my games. We won a state championship. Listening and saying you're going to be tough and calling somebody out will do nothing for you as a football team. Unless you really like that. So you really better be like that. Now, I heard Lawrence was good. I am not taking nothing from Lawrence. But Bloomfield is the defending regional champion. They probably going to have the best player on the field. It's just not going to be easy to beat. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Tito, the last one we got to do is Edgewood versus Stratford. You go first. We seen Edgewood running back. I got the video in my inbox.
Again, the same situation. Edgewood's coming for, they're a 12 and 11-year-old team versus a predominantly 12-year-old team. Just based on that fact alone. Now, they do have a special player, as we've seen on that video. But still, I believe
they both have a special running back.
They do have a special running back. I just think Stratford has too much for them, even though we know that staff and know the pedigree of Edgewood. I just think this year lines up for Stratford. And trust me, nobody hates to admit that more than me. But I think it just lines up that Stratford's going to win this game.
I know Edgewood is watching. And Edgewood always thinks I picks against him. So, I'm going to pick Edgewood just because they think I pick against them all the time. Just because I know Ty Carter is going to want to troll Phil Bryant if they win. He's going to splice this, and he's going to post it on our podcast, and he's going to post it and post it and post it. Now, I do not think Edgewood is going to be able to stop Heavy. I just don't think that they can stop the kid.
Yeah, but Edgewood has a similar type kid.
Edgewood has a Heavy 2.0, yes. And so No, I all jokes aside, let me be a little bit more serious and stop playing. Edgewood team won 2 years ago pretty impressively. They're all back together. I saw Edgewood in Manchester. Talk to Edgewood in Manchester. We know that Edgewood do their homework. We know that. I mean, I'm sure Stratford had somebody at Edgewood game too. This is a tough one to call because you're talking about a team that's good. I'm going with Edgewood. If I have to pick, I'm gonna go with Edgewood. Only for one reason, and one reason only. Stratford might have the best kid on the field. I didn't see Edgewood kid up close and personal. That run was impressive that I saw. And it was scary because I wouldn't stand in front of that, and I'm at my age. But Stratford, to me, got to control the trenches. I don't know if they can control the trenches. I heard, and this is why I'm choosing. I don't know this. I heard that New Haven controlled the trenches against Stratford, and I also heard that Edgewood was bigger than New Haven in the trenches. I could be completely wrong, but that's what I heard. So since Stratford has the best player on the team, Edgewood might be able to control the trenches with a big running back. I think it'll be a close game. I'll go with Edgewood just to be opposite of you, and because they say I don't ever pick them. So I'm going to go with the Edgewood.
There you go.
All right? Cool. All right. That's the podcast.
Ty, don't think it's going to be no cakewalk, though, because we got some film on Edgewood, bro. It ain't going to be no cakewalk. I don't care.
He said they've been there 4 weeks in a row, so he knows.
Oh, all right.
I mean, I'm assuming he know, right? Huh?
I would assume. No, I was just reading the comments.
Oh, what happened? South.
I was just reading the comments.
What did it say?
No, nothing. I think they was calling the kid from Edgewood Refrigerator Terry, I believe.
Oh, is he that big? Oh. All right, Tito, let's look at some more brackets around the nation. Let's keep choosing, bro. Look, we might very well never hear the end of our if we don't choose the right people, but I never can understand these backers. All right, November 8th, Titletown is alive at 8, 9, 10. They got to buy at 10. I just know one thing. Titletown at 10U will be down in Nationals. I don't think anybody going to beat them. I did hear Oviedo pulled off a win, so they may meet, but I'm going with the Titletown Titans. I'm going to be honest. I never can understand their bracket. Hold on. All right, so we're in the 15th. D1 North. Let's talk about D1. They all got to buy at D1. D1 South. Oviedo versus Fort Myers at 9, 10. They got Oviedo Lions. At 12U, Fort Myers got Seminoles. West Chase 13U got Cape Junior Sharks. I'm going with West Chase 13U. I'm going with the Fort Myers Firecats 11 and 12. There is some spicy talk online. Let me go to it. There is some spicy talk online in one of the Pop Warner forums about a game that's going down. Let's talk about it. Right here. What level is this? They've been going back and forth all day. What level is this, Tito?
12U probably?
No, it's the Fire 9U. What did we just say about 9U? Who was that? Is that the Lions? Fort Myers? They've been going back and forth all day. Who's going to win? Pick one, Tito. Fort Myers versus the Oviedo Lions. That's a good game.
That's a good game. Oviedo's used. Nah, I don't know. Fort Myers here. Yeah, Fort Myers going to have too much. Too much for them.
Fort Myers is too much for Oviedo?
I think so. I think so.
You know, Oviedo is a perennial powerhouse.
Yeah. I know. This right next to where my mother lived. 5 minutes. This is 5 minutes.
No, they playing the Wildcats. It says the Wildcats versus Oviedo. I mean, the Wildcats versus the Firecats at 9U.
Bro, today's November 12th.
That was November 8th. They already played, I think. Okay, you're right.
Oviedo's right next door. That's what I'm telling you. I know. Fort Myers gonna have too much. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm making a pick.
I like the name Oviedo. I just can't imagine. I'll tell you this: a Firecats coach told me, I ain't gonna say your name. I don't want to name drop you. He told me all of his teams is gonna make it to nationals. And he told me that he believed all his teams is making the nationals. So that's what he told me. I think Fort Myers. Oh, this is the Falcons. The Firecats Forts 10U lost. Firecats 10U did lose. But that's okay that they lost. They lost. My boy Polo. Polo, you out there? My boy Polo told me he got knocked off by Oviedo. He did tell me that. He had 3 picks. I heard Oviedo 10U run a 5-wide set, Tito. I know how you feel about 5 wides at that young age. I heard Oviedo will come out in a 5-wide set and try to light you up. So we know that those teams are coming out possibly out of that region. I think we already know, at 11U, we don't know. It could be NPAA or the Astronaut Eagles. So everybody go look at the sites. Anyway, Tito.
Yeah, let's get about it.
CT Pop Warner playoff powered by 8 Ball. Timothy Webb posted Mid-America link. Y'all can go ahead and click the link, y'all. Click the link in the chat. Y'all can go ahead and see. Let's go to Mid-America, Tito. Want to go to Mid-America?
But I mean, we know a lot of it. But, my pick is, I know he's talking about the Youngstown Bears, but Laporte, until I, Laporte with the hybrid wing.
Laporte Slicers.
With the hybrid wing.
Your favorite stuff, the hybrid wing. I'm trying to find.
Is South Bend there again this year? They were a team that was a couple plays away. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
In the second round, but it was on like the last play of the game. They beat them on the last play of the game.
All right, where we at? We are here.
Yeah, that's another one.
Division 2. We got 10U, NWO versus the Lowell Red Devils. 9U, Youngstown Bears versus the Argonauts.
He said the brackets at the bottom, yo. You looking at the wrong stuff. He's at the bottom. Scroll down.
My bad. 8U, D1. Wow. Tri-City Wolverines versus NWO. They'll find out their regional championships this year. Oh, Portage Indians is back at 8U versus Ottawa Wolfpack. Next year, hopefully 8U D2 is down at Nationals. It'll be nice for those kids.
Hold on, go back up. You just skipping back.
That's D3. 9U, Division 1. Plainville Saints versus NWO. Let's pick some winners, Tito. Go. Who you going with? I'm going with Plainfield.
NWO.
9U, Division 2. Youngstown Bears versus the Argonauts. I'll go with the Youngstown Bears.
Youngstown Bears, yeah. I'm going to go Youngstown too.
Let's keep going. Tri-City Wolverines is at 10U. D2, 10U. Lowell Red Devils versus NWO.
NWO.
All right, just because we had the Ohio on, I'm going to go with Ohio. That's all because of NEO Flight. Fast Break versus Darien Storm. I'm going with the defending national champs, Tito.
Yeah.
Dig of your town, Laporte Slicers, Youngstown Bears.
I'm going Laporte. I'm going Laporte Slicers.
I agree wholeheartedly, 100%. All right, let's keep going. We're at 12U.
Where's 10U at? from that area.
Up here, bro.
Oh, so South Bend ain't get there? Who knocked off South Bend?
I don't know, Tri-City Wolverines. I don't see South Bend in here at all. So
That's Tim Webb. Tim Webb, what happened to South Bend? The team that was there last year.
NEO Flight is obviously D1,
Oh, they
D2.
left Pop Warner. South Bend left Pop Warner.
Oh, wow. Wow. Maryville Pirates versus NWO Warrensville. I'm going with Maryville. I think they was there last year, wasn't they?
No.
They wasn't? Who you going with? Come on, let's just put our foot in our mouth. It's over, brother. Let's have some fun.
NWO.
NWO. NDO have already qualified on that one. Division 2, 13U. Wolfpack, Darien Swarm. I'm going with the Swarm.
Look, Proviso. Oh, that's D3.
Provisio. Yeah. That was Tim Webb's old program, right?
Yeah.
They won Mid-America Championship at D3. Mid-America Regional Champions. We're only waiting on 11U and 13U, D2. Yeah, a lot of them have already been decided. A lot of it has already been decided. All right, Tito. Final words, brother. Pop Warner season has came to an end.
No, well, still one more week, but obviously we're off. The New England Championships aren't to the following week, so we're off this week. So we got no content for next week.
Hey, shout out to all. Yeah, we might bring on Cheer. You know, Cheer is coming up this weekend in New England and probably around the nation. So we may bring on some cheer coaches and just talk about cheerleaders. Maybe we should bring on cheerleaders because I'd love to talk about talk to some young ladies and some young men that do cheer around the nation, Tito, and talk about their mindset because unlike football, they don't get an opportunity to make a mistake. They can't fumble once, right? Like they have to be perfect for 2.5 minutes, unbothered, perfect. And if not, they may not be moving on. So if you out there and you know your cheerleaders would like to be on, next Wednesday, we'll be looking to talk to some cheerleading coaches and some cheerleaders about the mindset, even though it's this weekend. Meet them next weekend. It'll be too late. I don't know. Anyway, it might be too late. Anyways, it's your boy PH the Prez, Mr. Above 140, and I'm here with the co-host.
It's your boy Coach Correa, the General, A60 Army.
A60 Army and the Lakers is losing 56-29.
And don't forget, Big Bell City Broncos, spring 2026. Big announcement coming in December. Peace to the guys.
The Monday, possibly after National Pop Warner. Everybody go down to National Pop Warner. Don't bother with them other leagues. Come to National Pop Warner. We gonna be there, so it's gonna be lit. Peace, love, and hair grease. We got a fun-filled show tonight.
I met a boy today.
It's your boy Coach Correa, the General, A60 Army.
She loving my style every time I'm.
You ain't need more money, Tito. You could have just invited 6 or 8 you down to Nationals.
I'm around. She got me.
When certain people don't get their way or they feel slighted, they feel like they have a right to call us and voice their opinion. You don't.
The hood, we locked the
Clear. I've never removed a staff to allow a staff to move up.
No,
Never.
that's not what I'm
Now
saying.
everybody's a personal trainer. We know who the originals are, but now if you look, you can find them in every town.